Hey everybody, welcome to another comic book review. In this video, I'll be talking about Klaus, The New Adventures of Santa Claus by Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. This book is the second volume in Morrison and Mora's Klaus series. This is the hardcover edition. Like all of the hardcovers in this series, it has these golden edged pages. Looks wonderful. They look especially great, all three of the volumes together on a shelf. The presentation of all three of these hardcovers is wonderful, but this one in particular, it has like a silver kind of cover, whereas the other books have like a darker kind of shading to the front of them. So this book contains two short stories. The first one is Klaus and the Witch of Winter, and the second one is Klaus and the Crisis in Xmasville. So basically, the first one, Klaus and the Witch of Winter, it's Christmas Eve, and Klaus goes to this family's house, and he has gotten a signal that these two kids have been kidnapped by some like magical force that wants to hold them there, and Klaus goes to investigate, only to find that the Witch of Winter has captured these kids, and he's unaware of her plans for them, but he promises their dad that he is going to go and rescue the two kids. So that's the premise of that one. There's some really interesting concepts presented here, like Grant Morrison weaves Geppetto into this story, Pinocchio's creator, which I thought was a really odd choice, but I like it. I think it's cool. And Geppetto has made like these wooden like snow robots out of like magical wood, the same wood that was used to make Pinocchio. And there's a lot of really wonderful inventive ideas here that I think are just bonkers and off the wall and just kind of crazy, but still very, very fun. Even if the execution is not great, just the inventiveness of the ideas presented in this story are really, really cool. Like I said, I don't think the execution is quite there. That's kind of an issue that I have with all of the books in this series. Like, I feel like Morrison just doesn't quite know how to pace these stories. But the ideas are there, the concept is there, and it's really great. And Dan Mora's art is what just totally saves these books for me. I don't think they're like literary masterpieces or like examples of like some of the best comics out there. No, but they are a whole lot of fun. And this one in particular presents some really cool ideas. The second story is Klaus and the Crisis in Xmasville. This follows Klaus as he goes on an adventure in the 80s, kind of details like an adventure that he went on in the 80s, where there's this town called Xmasville, and it's run by this soda company that wants to kind of take complete ownership of Christmas as a concept. And so they have all these like mindless Santas roaming the town and recruiting new people that stumble into the town and taking them away and turning them into like Santa slaves, basically. And it's all to serve kind of like an evil doppelganger version of Klaus, who works for these aliens. And it's a really convoluted story, but it's a lot of fun. And I mean, despite how silly and over the top it gets, I can't deny that I had a lot of fun with this particular story. And there's so much cool stuff that Morrison comes up with, like in concept, that translated to the page, like in terms of like the writing, it doesn't translate super well to the page, but Dan Mora, his art is what makes it so fun, and just him getting to draw all these weird fun concepts and like give you a visualization of what that would look like Klaus goes up against a werewolf and has to fight this werewolf in this one, and it's like it's a lot of fun. I really I do think that there is a good time to be had with this volume. And then in the back you get some of the alternate covers that were used like in the original like run of the one-shots that were in this volume. There's one done by Frank Quietly, who's a frequent collaborator with Grant Morrison. Then you get some art in the back here. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Klaus, The New Adventures of Santa Claus. Thank you for watching, and look forward to more videos in the future. Have a great day.